Hello, I'm Melinda NailFanatic. It's lovely to be back here with you. I'm here for Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're going to do the Love, Peace, and Happiness Divine Download today. But before we do, I want to discuss the opportunity available for you today. For your super chat of $5 or more, I'll be pulling a card from the Archetypes deck. So you got to get it in before I'm ready to sign out. And by the time I start singing the song, it's too late. You're going to have to get in next time. So start getting in queue now because I'll be doing those as they come in. All right? With that being said and done, after these messages, we'll be right back. All right. Okay. Thank you, Lord Source God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, for these divine downloads from my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity, for their highest, lightest, and brightest good, for their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness. Thank you for these messages now, with accuracy, clarity, and truth. What is the word of clarity for love today? What is the word of clarity you have for us for love today? We have balance. Balance. A balanced love energy. Are you balancing the love within yourself? Because it will balance the love that you see. Ooh. Let's see. What is the word of clarity for us today, Source God, in regards to peace? For peace, it says, reflect upon your happiness. If you want to be in peace, reflect upon your happiness. Plain and simple. What about for happiness, Source God? What is the word of clarity for happiness? Thank you. We have flow. You got to be in with the flow of things of your life. So things are flowing in a certain direction. Are you flowing with them, or are you in a place of hesitation, resistance, and denial within yourself? Are you flowing with your higher self or against your higher self current? You choose where you flow, and either way you're flowing. But will you be flowing in a way where you're knowing that it's taking you to happiness? In which direction are you flowing at this time? And we're not talking about happiness that is manufactured, although all happiness is manufactured. We're talking about a happiness that is a natural, organic manufacturing in its nature, is where you're vibrating higher in a state of allowing. The bottom of the deck, what do we have? Recognition. Recognition has been very important. So, and what is this recognition? I hear that this is about recognizing our vibration, recognizing, hey, these emotions that I carry are of greater significance than whether or not I sit up happy or angry or go to sleep peacefully or crying. They're a guidance mechanism from which I derive the messages that guide me to where I feel that I thrive, because the energy that takes me there, this happiness energy, is one that feels thriving. Praise. What is the flashcard message for us today, Lesser's God? Thank you. Flashcard message. We have the blue cone. The cone. The cone is interesting because it's giving me the energies of both 2 and 3. It's giving me the energies of partnership with the higher self, with the divine mind, with the all that is. And it's also giving me energy of cooperation, collaboration, and that partnership leads to other collaborations as it expands. So working with the divine mind is going to expand your ability to work with others in the physical plane. And so you've asked for some guidance, you've asked for some assistance, you've asked for some cooperative energies to come into your life. In whatever area of your life, this is what you've asked for. The bottom of the deck, it says, well, quickly, that also says, if you haven't yet asked for it, now is the time to ask the divine for the partnership energy that you would like to see. And I hear, don't ask for them by name or face or appearance. Ask for them by energy. What energy will be within you with most resonancy. And how do we identify our energy? By our emotions. So what emotions would you like to see in these collaborations that you're creating by speaking them into their very existence? The bottom of the deck is, look at that, the 2. I said the 2 and the 3. Now there's the 2 tortoise. 2 tortoise. Partnership, heart energy. The green is giving us heart chakra, strong heart chakra energy. And the light-hearted shell, with the shell being exposed here at the bottom, I see the bottom of the shell being exposed. Like if you had a turtle or a tortoise, you know that that's really not something you see. So in this partnership, there's an exposing of what is not commonly seen with one another. And it's both people openly exposing that most sacred space, that most sacred place of their heart. So this can be happening to you within a family situation, within a romantic situation, within a friendship, but this is happening. This could be happening very general, where it's like everywhere you go, you're getting compliments and dishing them out. It's like wherever you go dish out a compliment, you get a compliment. Wherever you go with the family, you're like, hey, cuz, it's good to see you. And they're like, man, it's so good to be around you again. You know, it could reflect in so many different ways. This could be people having a telephone conversation, right? And it was somebody that was on your mind, and now you're having this telephone conversation in which feelings are discussed. It could be feelings for one another. It could be feelings with other experiences when they're in their personal. It could be some people expressing their joy in the easing of restrictions. Praise. Let's look at our major arcana energy for today. I also, before I get into the tarot card portion, I'm going to say it one more time, and then this will be the last promotion, and then we're going back into these messages. The Wild Unknown Archetypes is the deck that I'm going to be using at the end, so start getting your super chats in of $5 or more to get added to the queue, and I will be pulling a card for you. Praise. Okay, what is the major arcana message today? Luster Scott, thank you. This one, the Emperor. You're in a place where you're being pushed to expand. The Emperor wears the appropriate attire. The Emperor wears the attire that adorns them, in who they want to portray themselves to be, because of their position, because of their rank, because of their honored status, that they could go cash at the bank. Ooh, 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 ooh. These haters on my body, shake them off. Ooh. So somebody's dealing with the energy of a person that is like tripping because, baby, you done upgraded. Maybe you done upgraded your hair, your makeup, your style. Ooh. These haters on my body, shake them off. Oh boy, never before, evermore. So grateful. Yes, please, and thank you. And I hear like a boss, you know, because you're like, this is me. So even if you haven't actually done this with your physical appearance, there's this energy of like pure mastery, control, dominance. Ones want to submit to you because when you come through, your energy come ahead of you. It's like, can you hear the thunder? Can you feel the rumble? This is the way I feel when I go beating down the street in Blanca. Who know? Raise your hand. Raise your emoji hand if you know who Blanca is before I say this. If you don't know who Blanca is before I say this, keep your hand down. You finna learn today. Blanca's my 88 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme Classic. She's so sexy. Two-door beast. Love her. And we go beating down the street, big bass. The type of shit make your windows rattle. I'm just saying, this is how we feel. And it's so funny because my ego, this is how I healthily satisfy my ego. And this is so egoic. So there's a message there, healthy satisfaction of the ego. How can you satisfy your ego in a way that's healthy? Well, one of my favorite ways is to go ahead and pull up on them quiet. And let me hear somebody with a car stereo that sounds like a dysfunctional riot. And I just hit my button. I hit my switch and it's called big bass and feel this. We ain't gonna, the bottom of the deck. Whoa, snap. The Hierophant, folks, is here to say, I done learned all about my life today. And guess what? There may come more. Yeah, maybe. But I'm going to still sit here in my place of power over my life, my own superiority. Knowing that I am in tune with the divine, I've learned the life lessons. I could run circles around backwards with these things and promote these new dressings. However, this is about me standing in my place of power. And why? Because I'm divinely in tune. Even the rulers of the nations want to come see what I'm putting through. Praise. They want to know what I's got to say, type thing. So in this energy, like, you have become such a spiritual powerhouse that you could have different elders approaching you for guidance, because what you're doing, you've like establishes, like, it's spiritual. You're so, you've taken the hard knocks, you've taken the lessons, you done figured out the kinks, you done the redressing, you done did the refining, and now you're in this place of where it's so recognized. And we had recognition at the bottom of the deck. The recognition, okay, coming through here, showing that I got these lessons. And how do you know you got the lessons? Because they tried to come up on you again, and then you slid right through. You was in like flint. You know exactly what to do. And the same thing that used to put a hook in you, that hook, if they even managed to touch your fabric with it, it just popped off. It was a faulty hook any fucking way. This is about a commitment. Also, somebody here is looking at expanding a commitment. I see that energy here. Somebody here is looking at expanding a commitment. Somebody is looking at deepening their spiritual commitment. Somebody is taking big moves spiritually to be more active. So this is taking your spiritual practice that you've done inside. Maybe you're sharing that with somebody else, right? You have your own spiritual practice. You're putting it out there. Something like what we're doing right here. Let's go ahead and pull some cards from the pictorial key, the complimentary matchy deck. Praise. All right, we're going to do this all the way correct, I heard. So there will be reversals, and I will channel through any of these that come through and give you what I hear. So connecting the body and the body. Thank you, Lord God, for this experience that lights the way for my brothers and sisters in humanity. Connecting the body, heart, and mind. Thank you for accuracy, clarity, and truth. Connecting the body and the spirit. Praise. Connecting the heart, mind, and body in all our days. Praise. Connecting the heart, mind, and heart. Praise. Connecting heart, mind, and spirit. Connecting the spirit and the body. Connecting the spirit, heart, and mind. Connecting the spirit and the spirit. One for the body, one for the heart, one for the mind, one for the spirit. Divine truth with accuracy, clarity, and truth. Let me see if we can hear it. Praise. Thank you. We will not be doing any more shuffling of this deck today. All right. So, listeners, God, What's the situation all about today that we're going to discuss? Now, remember, if it resonates with you, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. In the end, every choice you make in life is yours. So this is my full legal disclaimer. Like, you do what you do. I have no control over you. I'm telling you what comes out in cards. All right. Situation. The Tower. Oh, surprise, surprise. A shakeup. A huge shakeup. Something disrupted. Somebody could fall down. Somebody could have a, somebody could be, I'm falling. As I'm falling. I'm falling. Will you promise to be there? Stay by my side always. Whenever I need you, don't let me down. No, if I give you my all, don't let me fall. Will you do that for me? Hold me. Will you love me? Okay. My heart is ready. Really? For love and to be loved. And I choose you, baby. That's the one thing I'm sure of. So I will take this one last step. So catch me, I'm falling for you. I'm falling. I'm falling. That is, oh my gosh. That is a beautiful song. So obviously somebody's falling in love. Maybe somebody is actually falling again. Maybe somebody's reminiscing with this song. Maybe somebody has been singing this song every night all along. Maybe now somebody's singing this song all along together because what? The ego don't get, somebody didn't got an ego strike. Now, whether this ego strike was dun 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 dun, I fucking love you and I fell in love with you. Maybe this ego strike is, I don't know who the hell you are, but baby, it feels like I done been here before. It feels like I know you and I want to know you some more. This could be a falling out though. This is like, now that we've come to the end of the road. Yeah, and somebody's like, I can't let you go. And somebody else, but I already let you go. I'm not there no more. Talking. Just a talking. What else you want to tell us about us? What's below? What below is the, we have a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now this is saying, hey, somebody feels like that. I hear somebody feel like they curse in love. Somebody feel like they curse in love. We have, this is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. Okay. And in reverse, this person is like not self-sufficient. This person don't know how, there's like the things that they ain't creating what they enjoying. There's somebody who's like, no, I don't ever want to fall in love again. And then bam, now you done fell in love again. But because you were so resistant to it, you didn't know what to do when you had it in your hand. Ooh. What's behind? What's behind? Behind is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Again, not self-sufficient. Codependent, not independent. Trying to present yourself as independent, but it's not really true. That's where somebody was there. That's what they did do. Wow. Somebody was feeling like they weren't enough. Somebody felt unworthy, undeserving. Somebody felt like, see that fairy tale over there? That's not mine. I know who it is, but it ain't mine. That's how somebody was feeling. Let's look what's above. The Five of Cups, also in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse here telling me, you know what? I don't want to look at what was lost any longer. Somebody is here going through a change, or this is a change you're being called on to make. You're being put in an emotional restructuring energy where you go from this energy of, I can't have what I want in my world. Maybe I'm cursed. And there's not enough love for me. I'm not worthy. That fairy tale over there is not what I see. Well, you're being brought through emotional restructuring. And so that could be happening in any sort of ways that brings pain. And it has to be strong enough to knock down that ego that won't let you hear what is coming through your soul. Ooh, what's in front of you? The Emperor in reverse. Interesting. What was the Emperor here about? Expansion, right? So somebody here is like, I don't want to go. Somebody is really fighting authority. Somebody's fighting the dominant vibration. Somebody's fighting God. Somebody's fighting their higher self. Somebody's fighting their father. Somebody's fighting the control of the system. This is like me going last night and make a karaoke video in front of the bar because I couldn't get in it to sing karaoke. So I made a karaoke. I went live doing karaoke from in front of the bar. Anyways, that was my little, oh yeah? You can't control me. I'm finna do what I want to do. I was all in Shadow. Me and Shadow were just bumping. Yeah, I love my Shadow. Right there. All right. The other thing I'm getting is for a lot of you, you're experiencing this. All of these energies are very spiritual. When I see the one upright, and it is the divine, like major arcanas many, many times will tell me this is what God's offering you because this is exactly the medicine you need in your life right now. This is what you call for. This is what you wanted, right? And so when I see that, and then all around it, I have these reversals. They're showing me it's not a physical experience we're discussing there, but a spiritual experience. So it could be spiritually feeling like you are trying to use your spiritual, and we did talk about spiritual practice and taking that and making that something that you teach, right? So in the past, you felt like your spiritual practice wasn't working. What God wants you to know is, honey, it was always working, but there was this dark energy lurking, and that shit had to get knocked down. See, we've been talking about the pendulum that must swing both ways. What you are doing was working. As a matter of fact, it was working so good. But because the resistant energies were so imbalanced, there was so much imbalance in the energies. It's like it had to grow stronger before you could really feel the effects of what you were doing and have these experiences. But it doesn't mean you didn't create them. It's like a floodgate was open in the shift of the swing of the pendulum, because we've been talking about a redistribution of wealth and power, honey. Yes, Luster Scott says, don't worry, baby. All them things you've been working on that you thought wasn't coming through, but you just kept believing on it, and you said, well, if I just align my vibration with it, it'll come through. Well, you didn't know that what it was going to take for you to actually align your vibration with it was going to be the collapse of a whole goddamn societal system worldwide. Did you hear what I said? The long dramatic pause. You were never doing anything wrong, but you are here to create this because you're the first, y'all, we, you, me, he, she, we are the first footprint creators in the new energy. Praise. So in this sense, I see you have literally been in the world, but not of the world in your own frequency. You've done a lot of work of emotional restructuring. You've done a lot of spiritually based transmutation of your own energetic field, of your own vibration and frequency, with the assistance of your ancestors, your passed on loved ones. Love source, God, creator of all that it is, was, would be, or could be. Praise. And somebody's really huge on Jesus and fill in the blank, whatever, yeah. Because they're trying to give me a whole list, and they're like, well, just tell them it's a list. All right, well, if this is what's going on, what can we expect, Lester Scott? What can we expect? We can expect the Two of Wands. You're going to make some important decisions to, maybe somebody's going to be traveling by land. Somebody's making plans to travel in a couple of months. Somebody is going to make a choice to move somewhere different than where they've been. Somebody is going to really just stretch themselves, and somebody's going to begin to do a lot more. I see sun gazing at sunrise. I hear there's great power in that. I'm more of a night owl myself, but hey, if somebody's going to wake up with the sun and watch the sun rise and gaze from their balcony, yes, somebody is more in tune with flooding this. It's like you get into your place of meditational bliss and you flood that energy all over Gaia, like we've shown and done together here on the channel, right? This is definitely that as well. You're like, well, there's all this stuff going on Earth. And I have the energy. I know how to do this because I have already learned how to rely on my spiritual connection. And if I've been doing it for myself, all I have to do is intend that and push that out and radiate it even greater. And I can do that. And God is on your team with this. God, the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, the universe is like, yes, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. This is how we enhance that energy enough so that all they got to do is look and see, and they'll be so. And who are they? The ones that are still waking up, right? Will look and see, and they'll be so enthralled that they have to come and join and get out of the stall. What else can we expect, Luster Scott? The 9 of Cups, and it's in reverse. Expect that in the area of romance that it is still going to be about you loving yourself spiritually. As long as you continue to keep your spiritual practice that we discussed in the beginning of the reading in your first and foremost, the rest of your world is going to be fine because you're keeping yourself in the place of the highest vibrational state of mind by doing this. Okay? And I'm hearing doing these things in segments of 9, whatever that means. If you're writing, segments of 9. If you're meditating, minutes, segments of 9. 9 minutes, 90 is a lot of minutes. So I just say 9 minutes. Maybe it's repeating things 9 days. I'm getting segments of 9 as far as timing. And this is something to do with somebody's working strongly on their heart chakra. And I feel like a lot of us are doing that right now, like whether that's consciously or subconsciously. And I'm getting for a lot of us, or for a lot of humanity, correction, it is a subconscious thing that's going on. It's like God, the universe, the energy is drawing greater attention to that inner light at this time. So it's like people are accidentally slipping into their higher self and their inner light. Praise. All right. What else can we expect, Love Source Scott? Thank you. I hear you're going to expect a lot of spiritual chatter. Some of you are going to begin to really channel a lot more. Some of you are going to expect to be in tune with the humanity around you. The vibration you're in has tapped you into the divine. And remember, the divine is all. So in your deeper connection, more authentic, less filter, as you've removed more and more, every time you remove more and more filters and programs from yourself spiritually, you're going to be more powerfully tuned into the divine mind, what is connected to everything and everyone you see. So don't be surprised if you hear the tree or your neighbor inside of their house or the person across the market that just caught your eye when you turned and they were already staring at you, or fill in the blank. Remember, I'm hearing to ask, is this mine? And to let that energy flow away from you when it is not. Okay. And do this gratefully. Be grateful that, I hear that you are the most counterbalancing energy. See, when one is so heavy and one is so light, the yin yang is produced just right when those energies are split up perfectly. And for some, you are the channel of that energy in order to be a balancing effect upon it. I hope you see this. I hope you can feel this. This is polarities. Polarities can neutralize one another. Polarities can bring in balance with one another. Understand? So we can expect more of that happening in our near future. Conversations. This is also saying, you could start getting a lot more phone calls. We talked about people contacting you because They don't know what to do, but every time they talk to you, they just feel better. And you always have the best ideas and suggestions, and your advice is always so valued and helpful. Yes, and so they're going to contact you. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to want to discuss, throw some ideas your way, or discuss what's been causing havoc on them emotionally. They want to tell you about the good news. Somebody wants to tell you about the good news. Somebody wants to tell you about the new situation. Somebody wants to tell you about the fallout. Somebody wants to tell you about falling in. Somebody wants to tell you about the big crash. Somebody wants to tell you about the big boom. Somebody wants to tell you about the big epiphany. And for some of you, this is coming through spirit, you see. And this is definitely loved ancestor energy, where you have a very strong love connection coming through. This is giving me the energy of having that dance with my father how many years after he had passed on to spirit. And I could feel his arms holding me like his child, and I could feel my head on him, and I could feel him guide me in the dance. Yeah. So somebody's having a very real physical experience that's coming in spiritually, and you're gonna hear the voice so clear, but you're gonna know that it's not yours immediately. You'll know it's not yours. You'll identify it immediately as being external to you. You will know immediately who it is, and it could cause a little bit of, and then you'll relax into it. And I hear you will be asked your permission, and you'll know that this was definitely, this portion of this was for you. Because remember, for all of you, there's something here of great value that's going to serve you so perfectly for right now. But there's that some one or two or maybe 10 or 20, I don't know how many there are, they're not telling me, for whom this experience is going to be extremely 100% all you. And this is your story. So let's see what else we can expect. Low Source God prediction in this is the 6 of Swords, and it's in reverse. 6 of Swords is in reverse. So this is again saying this is about you becoming in a greater state of flow with spirit. You're more receptive to it. You stop fighting it so much. But it is going to, it's like, where you doubted before that you had any intuitive ability, psychic ability, or that you could actually hear or see spirit. It's like, oh shit, am I really hearing this? Am I really seeing this? There's a moment of that coming up for you in this. But then because it's the 6 of Swords, they're showing me, yeah, you're going to look back for a second on it, but you're going to move with it spiritually. You will move with it spiritually. Okay? So with these being the predictions, Low Source God, what is the advice for my viewer for their highest, lightest, and brightest good, for their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness, and moving forward? Advice. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is asking us to calm ourselves. This is a spiritual creation that you have looked for. So you want to definitely practice stillness at this time is the first bit. We're going to get 2 more advice cards. We also have the Star card coming out in reverse as well. This is going to be a huge healing, and it is because of the spiritual work you've been doing to heal yourself, heal your consciousness, heal your psyche, heal the wounds from the past, heal your ideas of limitation and the ideas that you are separate from the divine. Praise. This is the healing coming in for you. And this is about you playing a huge co-creative role in anchoring in this age of Aquarius. Now, what is the final bit of advice, Low Source God, on the third message we have? We have the, is this a page or the knight? Oh, the page. Thank you. Page of Swords, and it's in reverse. Saying keep talking to God, keep talking to spirit, keep talking to your higher self, and keep being in that silence so you can hear it. Because it is guiding you. And it's like where there is an asking, it's like as soon as the question is asked, the answer is available. But you have to ask the question, leave it alone, Get distracted by the butterflies flying around your head and look at how pretty they are instead. And before you know it, you're going to know exactly what to do. And this is going to give you expediency, I hear. This is going to give you rapidity in motion through the energies and in the choices. It's going to give you the ability to make split-second decisions. The inner knowing and stability of knowing that you're constantly spiritually guided and protected. And all you got to do is make the choice and step out, knowing that. And then you're always going to have everything you need information-wise, resource-wise, and experientially. Praise. Let's look at the bottom of the deck here. We have the bonus card. And what is being bonus? But the Wheel of Fortune. And it is in reverse. So the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse saying, hey, this was the end of an old karmic cycle. This is a spiritually healing time because those karmic cycles that were released had huge spiritual foundation. So it's like the end of a curse type energy. This is the end of a limited consciousness. This is the end of generational karmic cycles. And you did it spiritually, is what I'm hearing. Below that, we have justice, upright. It is just, it is fair, it is over. Now what you want is yours. The Nine of Swords below that in reverse is there will be no more reason for you to fear because you've conquered fear. You understand the use of fear. You understand the effectiveness of fear. You understand what fear is. And you understand that sometimes fear is not even fear. It's just nerves of trepidation or getting ready to go do some new shit. All right. So we have a little bit of a line here for our card pulls today. Let me switch my attention this other way. All right. I'm going to get this deck out. I have the guidebook here, so I will be reading for you because I really want you to benefit from these messages, okay? So we're going to begin. Let me just check my phone because I got PayPals and other things that come in here too. So I do see from Kat. Kat, I got you. So Kat is on the list. I remember you put that in the comments in the first one. So then I'll go to the top of the super chats here and see anything else coming through there. All right. So Listeners, God, I want to thank you for all the beautiful messages we had there today. We are not done with our channeling, so what is the perfect message for Kat at this time? I'm just going to give 3 shuffles down, and then I'm going to pick one from the center. Okay, 3 shuffles down, and here we go. For Kat, your perfect message is Thanatos. So this is the death card equivalent. I've got the footnote death on this card. It is about a complete change. And it's like all the things of your life have brought you to this moment. And this is death is always rebirth. Death is always rebirth. And it's like the spider web is speaking to me now because it's like spinning the web comes from the spider's body. So whatever situation has come about where you're in this place where there's a releasing, you got to let go, got to let go of connections, got to make moves, got to, whatever these changes are that you're going through, it's like you spun this web and now this is like the perfect place to be. So let's read what this is saying to you from the book, okay? Give me just a second. Here we are. Really? No, we're not. Oh, okay, almost one more page. Hold on. Look, I was right in front of it the whole time. Just needed to go one more page. All right. Kat, it is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. So, doing the shadow work is what I'm getting with the initiation into the underworld. So that message is there. Let's go ahead and go. I hope that message serves you well. And let me get into the super chats now. I see Michael. Michael's the next. So Michael, let's get 3 down. Lesser Scott, what's the perfect message for Michael at this time? What do you want to say to Michael? Channel through my mind and read from the book. Thank you, thank you, thank you for Michael. All right. Here we go. Here's your perfect message. Okay. It may feel like what you're going for, it just doesn't want to come loose. It's like feeling like something just like it's there, it's there, but it just don't want to come loose. I feel that spiritually. Okay, let's see what we got. The Healer. Ooh, it's card number 25. The Healer. Look at this triple-headed snake energy. Yay. All right. The Healer is here to say, look, Michael, you have this huge healing power. Is there something about iridology here with you? Have you been considering iridology? Iridology, let me know. I'm definitely getting the energy of iridology. The triple-headed snake. Why is this here? It's showing me the medical field. I'm seeing the medical field for sure. So this is about you and your healing arts. And these 3 are saying, with what you create, it's going to create a great sense of flow and ease for you, because it's giving me both the numbers of 3 and 6, and 3 and 6 equal 9. This is absolutely a move that's divine. This is an advice for you to embrace those healing arts. I know before we've spoken to you about doing massage. I know you do work in the medical field. I feel like there's somewhere where you're going to combine. And how is that? It's like there's this combining. Interesting. There's this combining energy to do something in a different way, where you're taking the best of both worlds and bringing it together. Let me read from the book for you. Card number 25, Lucifer Scott. It says, though some claim the work of the healer as their gift and name it as their dharma, the force of this archetype is within everyone. It is our natural inclination to remember, to return to, and to reclaim that central and eternal life force from which we so easily drift away. In Sanskrit, the word avidya means forgetting, and it is said that this is the source of all suffering and dis-ease. The healer's mission then becomes to move through the discomfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. The healer approaches this in multiple ways, from multiple angles, knowing the cycle of healing is not linear. It is a multi-layered and circuitous process, always leading back to its own origin, much like the Ouroboros. So, again, something coming full circle here, and I look, the regenerative, restorative energy, okay? And what else did I hear while I was doing that? I heard something else. It'll come in, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you when the time is right. All right. So, Michael, I hope that helps you. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you. Leslie God said what you heard was about how this is something that has been an ongoing theme in your past lives. You've always been a healer in one way or another. You've been a doctor, and it's like healing for you. And I feel that it's been like in the advanced stages of healing for the time that you were. It came through past life energy. Okay. So, Michael, thank you so much for your generous donation. Okay, I found I already did cats. I see that I have Natalie on Venmo, so I will be pulling you a card as well. Let me see what else I have over here in queue. Laura, is there a loving, stable relationship coming in? Since you're asking a yes or no question, I'm going to use, instead of the archetype deck, because you're asking for a specific question, that archetype deck is not necessarily for, I want to read for you from the Kawaii Tarot, and we're going to do, if it's an ace within 13 cards, then yes. If it's not an ace within 13 cards, then no, because you're asking me a yes or a no question. So let me see what we got going on here. What is the answer for Laura? Is there a loving, stable relationship coming in for her? So we'll start when the first card flies. Is there a loving, stable relationship coming in? Okay, first card flies. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, not right now. Why? Because you have too much cross current energy going on about it, because you're very still much in a processing place about past pains. There's some reasons why your relationships haven't worked out with you, and why you've been in the energy of having unfaithful partners that you wish for, and you want to stay with them, but you have to bring them to an end because of lies and because of cheating and because of fighting and disagreements, and looking to them to fulfill you is the thing that you need to look at, because that is an energy that is going to keep you. So any relationship you invite in at this time, until you've done the healing within, is going to be a reflection of the fact that you haven't yet healed that within yourself. So first you got to heal within, and then what you attract will be healed as well. So it's like, and I hear these cards can change when you begin to really do this work. There's something you haven't wanted to look at, and I'm hearing, and what's the common denominator? Honey, if it keeps happening again, you got to look at the common denominator. Okay? Because you're the common denominator. You're the one that's been there every time. All these different partners keep showing you the same thing because they're showing you something within your own psyche. Now, if you don't know what that is already by my telling you this, and I'm sorry if this is not what you want to hear, but I'm not sorry. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm here to empower, provide empowering information that's going to connect you to your higher self. So if this is something that you don't know what it is, you haven't got a clue, it's okay. I've been there too. As a matter of fact, I've been there recently. And I said, listen, God, because my daughter said, Mama, what's the repeating choice you keep making? I said, I really don't know. You know, if you know, will you tell me? And on that note, let's trust God. Anywhere where I keep making a repetitive choice that keeps bringing me to this place that I'd rather not be, help me see so I can uncreate and destroy that right now. Yes, time to God heal. Okay, so rewind that, rewatch it if you got to, boo, because I want the best for you. Okay. Remember, you're only going to attract what you are is the message. All right. Thank you so much, Canada. Grateful for the love from Canada. Temperance 1111 asks, and thank you for your super chat, Temperance. What do I need to know at this time? We're going to take you to the wild unknown archetypes. What is the message for Temperance 1111? Thank you, Liz Scott. What is the perfect message? Let me go ahead and shuffle down 3 times, and then I'm going to do it the same way I did for them. Hold on a second. Okay, one more. All right, now we're going to cut and pull right from the middle. All right, you've got the Cave. Card number 32. Card number 32 is here telling me right now, like, dig deep. Now's the time to do the dig deep work for you. Temperance 1111, yes. Dig deep. This is giving me the energy of a teaching experience that I was given to share a fable? What is it called? Anyways, an example. Imagine yourself lost in a cave. There is no light to be found anywhere, It's all darkness. So you're feeling around in the dark, and before you know it, a little tiny light, and you say, oh man, that light is so far. But it's there. I got to go that way. I got hope now. And so you begin to move that way through the cave, still feeling yourself around in the dark, because, you know, you cannot get enough light yet to see anything. And as you get closer and closer to the light, it gets bigger and bigger. And you're like, I'm closer to the light. Oh my God. So you start getting excited. You start moving a little bit easier. And then before long enough, you get close enough to where you can actually begin to make out your path a little bit. So now you can really pick up speed. Now you're starting to get an idea of where you're at, where the rocks are, where the dips are, where to put your hand, where to put your feet, how to move, etc. And so as you get closer to this light and closer to this light, you get to it, and actually the light is just a door. This is going to get you out, but the back of the door's got this mirror on it. And the light the whole time was you beginning to shine brighter and brighter and brighter as you raise your vibration. So the point of this illustration, thank you, is the word we were reaching for. The point of this illustration is it's in the deep where you will find that purpose within yourself that makes you shine your light bright. Rumi's quote from A Wrinkle in Time, the movie, like it really stuck with me, where she held Meg's face and she said, the wound is where the light enters you. Rumi, you know, and it's true. So sometimes the darkness got to get darker so you can see the piercing of the bright light, but it all serves you. So anywhere where you've been doing shadow work, it serves you well. Let me just get into this book, because I did not realize how long I was speaking on that card. Praise. Love when I go there. All right. Those who are fortunate enough to find and enter the cave are forever changed. It is a place of potent power, acting both as portal to another realm and a space for sacred ritual and initiation. The cave is a place to return for meaningful retreat, where one can see the true self in the darkness. In esoteric teachings, the cave is known to reside in the center of the heart. Within its walls, the whispers of compassion and self-understanding can be heard. Yet because of its mystery and power, many of us fear the cave and never try to find it. We busy ourselves in the bright lights of the city, while the cavernous and dimly lit chamber calls out to us in the night. Where is your cave? You already know. Return to it and tend the fire. Praise. Turn your light up, girl. It's time to dig deep within your soul and turn that light up. Do what you know. All right, let's see what else we got coming through here. All right. I've got Natalie. Natalie, let me get you a card, darling. Hold on a second. Let me just look at these notifications one by one and make sure I got everything. Oh, I have Wanda as well. I see you, Wanda. So I have Wanda and I have Natalie in that order. So excuse me, Natalie. I didn't mean to. Okay, yeah, I didn't mean to jump the line, but the line is Wanda and then Natalie is the order that the Venmos came in. So Wanda, Illustrious God, thank you for this perfect message for Wanda at this time. So thankful and grateful, Illustrious God. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here we go, Wanda. For Wanda, what is the perfect message right now? You've got the comic. Praise. Look at that. I love this. It says you radiate your connection through lighthearted fun. Anywhere where you feel low vibration, you can go into comedy and it'll be one. However, I feel this is more about you bringing your fun, lighthearted energy to the party, baby. When everybody's in the gas station and all humdrum, you're the one that will just actually say something that just causes people, even if they are if that sick is so far up there that they can't laugh with you at the grocery store, then inside there's a chuckle and they're like, oh man, that's sick. Wait, let me read the book for you, girl. Number 26. So anywhere where I've given you your number, you can always look up those angel numbers too, folks. The comic. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. Amidst the deepest pain and suffering, there is always a potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. Though dismissed as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar, rather than to be swept away by the drama. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician, working a healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. Wanda, why do I see you doing stand-up comedy? Wanda, why do I see you with the freaking YouTube channel where you're doing like these comedy routines, and I'm getting two energies of comedians? One is Rita Rudner, the other is George Carlin. I'm getting the energy of both of these comedians, and I see that most of your stories are going to be the differences and the experiences, right, from the more sleepy state of consciousness to now, as you wake up more and more all the time, and you're continually refining yourself, right? The differences in perspective and experience, and telling all the funny stories about, where you used to give your power away and what that led you to and what it brought you to now, and how you flipped that script and how people are looking at you differently and your world is reacting differently to you. All right. I love that for you, Wanda. I hope that helps. Let's look now for Natalie, Love Source God. What is the perfect message for Natalie at this time? I want to thank you all for your contributions. If you're getting in, you better get in now, because when I'm done with Natalie's, I'm out. Once I start singing that song, even if you said it, you waited too long. If you don't send it now, if you ain't sending it right now, don't send it till next year. Well, I'm just saying I'm going to have to go. All right, let's praise God. For Natalie, one more time with it. What's a perfect message for Natalie at this time? Let's praise God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Natalie, you've got the box. Now, of whose design is this here box? Somebody done designed this box. And how many locks does it have? And how many layers are there? I hear you see that shining light? It actually shines much more bright. But there are filters and programmings that are making you feel restricted. This could be for you I'm hearing is for you in some places about physical placement, where you're finding yourself physically. So it's like there's an environment that's very restrictive for you. But however, also true too is, where is the mind still restricted to programs and filters that limit you from shining and radiating even larger and brighter than you ever knew you could be? That Love Source God has put in your heart anyways, and it's calling through to you, you see. All right. Card number is 44. Card number 44. Hold on a second, girl. 44. Here we go. The box. We all live to some degree within the confines of the box. This archetype represents everything that is known, anticipated, and expected. It holds us in place while simultaneously holding us back from our greatest visions. The box is sneaky, insidious, and everywhere, limiting us at the most unconscious levels. It is built of layer upon layer of social constructs and pressures. Breaking through its confines requires awareness, continued effort, and bravery. The box may appear as expectations from parents, a well-paying but heartless job, the pressure to look or behave like others, or simply to stay small. There is a box around you now made of some type of confining thought. What is it? The box shifts and morphs as we grow. This is part of its multi-layered nature. Once you break through one layer, another will present itself to you. Keep going. breakthrough. An exquisite life requires it. While I was reading for you, Natalie, I heard whenever you feel that you are in the box and I see you sitting on the floor with your knees hunched up and you're hugging your knees, which I'm not going to do because I have on a very short skirt today. I'm just saying. Knees hunched up around your knees, hugging your knees, head down. When you find yourself in this physical position, God says, remove yourself from that box. Take off those locks. Physically stand up and stretch as big as you can. Okay? And this is something that your energy is doing. That physical action and knowing that this is why you're doing it is going to serve you very well. And be prepared to break the box, because it's on and popping. I'm just saying. All right, my darlings, I am so thankful and grateful that I spent all this time with you today. I see Scorpion Queen was here with me, Wanda, Michael, Temperance, Cat. So thankful and grateful. Laura, Gobble, Wildfire, Natalie. So thankful and grateful. Make sure you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on when you're ready. Sherry, I see you, girl. When you're ready, I'll be ready to put you in my agenda for your own personal reading. Rosie and Bone Shaker, always loving all your presence. So with all that being said and done, I'll be back with more. I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lpashero.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Love you, ladies.